Today we're going to be going over my favorite plugins in Roblox Studios. I use these plugins on a day-to-day basis, and they've definitely changed how I create and build in Roblox Studios. So let's just jump in and start with number one. Alright, so number one is Part Counter. This is something I use just to check in on my big projects, make sure I don't have too many parts in the workspace, because if I have too many parts, then the game is laggy and it's not enjoyable for the players. It's a pretty handy plugin. Definitely recommend looking into it. Number two, we have this texture and decal plugin. Now this one, I have two texture and decal plugins actually. This one is more realistic textures. You can see if I open it up and click on the part I want to add the texture to, I have realistic looking textures. So I can apply a brick texture, and then I can choose the color. And just like that, we have kind of realistic bricks, and it's definitely a handy one. Next is Rope Master. This one doesn't seem like something that you'd use a lot, but I use this one all too much. It's pretty handy, and you can even customize your own ropes. So you have curve type and the factor and all sorts of stuff. You have all of these. I will add a couple of these. I'll add the electrical cable, draw, and just like that, you could do police tape, and it's just super easy to make ropes and lines. It's definitely one of my favorites on the list. Same with this next one is Archimedes. So this one, when you're having to place repetitive parts to make, say, like a road, it can get pretty annoying. So Archimedes is one of my favorites to help fix that. So you can see once I launch it and click on a part, I can choose the degree and angle that I want my part to spawn at, and then I can just push render. And look at that. We have this little semicircle donut thing. And it's definitely really handy. Like if we go ahead and group this, look at that. We can just make a chain of horseshoes. Alright, next is the second texture one I was talking about. This one is more cartoony textures. It's currently a bit broken right now, so hopefully it will work out for me. We'll just click on this part, instant apply to all sides. Yeah, see, it's kind of broken. You can very faintly see the texture is there. I'm still trying to fix it. It might be my problem, it might be the developer and creator of the plugin's problem, but just the amount of textures and the quality of textures is really a plus when it comes to this plugin. I really highly recommend getting this one. I use it all the time. I used to. It's currently a bit broken, but I will continue using it, I know for a fact. Next is Part 2 Terrain. So this I don't use too often, but it definitely comes in handy. Select a part to terrain. Oops. Select grass. We accidentally selected the base plate, I think. Let's try that again. Nope, it's just being that way. Well, you saw it churned it into grass, that's what it does, but on a smaller scale. Maybe if we do this. Shoom, just like that. Plugins, part to terrain. Nope, it's still gonna be like that. Oh, there we go, I fixed it. I was just selecting the wrong thing. Alright, just like that, we have a completely blocky piece of grass. Next, kind of similar but kind of the opposite, it's wowie grass. You'll see right here it just literally fixes the grass. If you have grass sticking through a part, it's a good way to fix it. So we can select that, and just like that it fixes it. Alright, next is gap fill. If you ever have a part like this that you don't want to go into home and like get a wedge out and try to patch it with all the like weird rotation and scale that you have to use, I think all devs know what I'm talking about and they know how annoying this is. Yeah, definitely get this plugin because just watch this. If I take, oops, did not mean to do that. Whoop, I'm doing stuff wrong. Okay, I can take just like that, and look at that, instantly. Say we want to do it to the other side too. Can just launch it again, just like that. Look at how easy it is. Look at that. And it makes it in as the least amount of parts it possibly can. So you see we have 2 over here and 2 over here. It really does a good job with that. Next, I found recently, so hopefully this works. I'm not like the best at using this yet, but we have this little humanoid man, and I want to rig him. So I open rig light, and then just like that, we can go into man, humanoid root part to the torso, create a joint. Then we go torso to leg, create a joint, torso to other leg, create a joint. Okay, torso to arm, torso to head, and then finally torso to arm. And just like that, we have a rig on this character. We can move all of these up to create the different joints correctly. And it should, just like that. Then when we go into the animation editor, can, oh, alright, yeah, it kind of helps to name all of the parts, so let's go ahead and do that really quick. I'll cut out so you don't have to see it. Alright, and we have all of the parts named, so then we can go back into the animation editor, click on him, create the clip, and just like that, we can animate him. This plugin comes in handy, it definitely does. One of my favorites, starting to be at least. Haven't used it too much like I said. But yeah, the next one I also use a lot. This is the 3D text editor. You could just activate the cursor, and we can choose the font. We'll choose gratitude, happy birthday, because that's the first thing that came to mind. Can change the tracking, the leading, the thickness, the scale, everything. We can change the color to be something happy, like big bold red letters that say happy birthday. Alright, and on to the last plugin. This one also doesn't seem like you would use it a bunch, but I do. I use it a bunch. It's the pipe placer. So it opens up here. You choose the diameter of the pipe, a random color. Let's go 300, 200, 100. Choose the material, wood planks, why not? Place pipe. And just like that, we have pipes. This one definitely comes in handy. And it's really cool because look at this, it even places all sorts of connectors and what do they call it, vents. Yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, those are my favorite plugins on Roblox. I should be able to put them in the description. If they're not there, you can always just search for them. But other than that, yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.